This is what I've been telling you. They have spent your money. They have spent the crypto. They have loaned it out, the money, the cash, whatever assets they have, and they are waiting on somebody else to pay them so they can pay you. But as far as for the assets that are in that actual company or that's actually inside of their control, it's all gone. And this is the issue here that you have to kind of deal with when you have your coins on the exchanges. Welcome back, YouTube. Today we are talking about none other than Voyager freezing its assets. I'm going to pull up some tweets here, but this happened pretty much a few hours ago where they froze the ability to deposit, withdraw, earnings program, pretty much the status quo of what we've been seeing here. And pretty much we've seen them do what they said they weren't going to do or what they weren't at risk of just a few weeks ago. And if you follow my channel, you know that I cover this in depth, going over the asset management, what shorting is, what they do with your crypto, and how pretty much everyone is at risk because of the pressure from the overall markets here. And this is going to become a common thing. And this is why I made the video a couple weeks ago saying that exchanges are bankrupt and you need to move your coins off of the exchanges. I've been saying this for months now, and it looks like everyone that didn't listen to that message is going to pay a price here relatively soon if they don't take action to remove their coins from exchanges. Consider this one of like the final calls or warnings that you may get before you don't have access to your coins, or your coins may be lost for good. Because if you read the TOS on most of these exchanges, you'll see that they don't have to reimburse you for the monetary value. They don't have to give you your coins back. You are at the bottom of the list when it comes down to debt owed. It's very similar to like a company going bankrupt in the stock market and you're just a common shareholder. Everybody else gets paid before you do. So it's very likely that you're not going to see any of your money ever again in the event that one of these companies defaults or they're not able to secure a loan. And even these loans here, that just because they secure a loan just temporarily for the next few weeks, the next few months or something like that, it doesn't mean that that loan is going to carry them through however long this recession is going to last. These are all things that you need to keep in mind when you say, I want to keep my coins on an exchange. I know it's easier, but the risk is infinitely greater. And you have to think that it's of no benefit for an exchange to hold your coins or be your wallet if they're not going to use them to make money. Right. So if they are giving you any type of staking rewards or something like that, you best believe that they're going to leverage your crypto. And this is one of the biggest disagreements I get with people often when I try and explain what shorting is and stuff like that. When you short, you're creating a synthetic sell order that is leverage. Your coin cannot be in two places at the same time. If the exchange is holding your coin, but they've created a sell order for your coin, they've now created two coins for your one coin. This is how the leverage and stuff like that gets abused going forward. This is why they stopped the exchanges. This is why they stopped the withdrawals and stuff like that, because they've over leveraged your coins. Think about it. If everything was one-to-one, there would be no need for this. If they only had one coin and they only had to account for one coin, this would not be an issue. The issue comes from leverage when they can no longer account. The transactional volume is too low. The shorts are saying that they have sell orders. They're not returning the sell orders, or they're looking to double down on the shorts. And then everyone who is holding, they're becoming fearful, selling off, or trying to withdraw their crypto from the exchange. So they have a dwindling supply. This is a major issue. I literally made a thread on Twitter covering this just yesterday, pretty much what happens when you put pressure on these exchanges, including removing your coins. And now we see Voyager the very next day coming out and doing the status quo, which has become very common here. And I think that if we are not careful, a lot of people are going to lose their money, lose their coins that are on these exchanges. It's more important now than ever that you take advantage of this. People in the stock market do not have the ability to move their assets from the stock market. You in crypto do. So you need to utilize that opportunity and make sure that you're doing that. What you have here on the screen is pretty much a note stating that they're going to suspend the debit card that they sent out. I'm going to pull up the official document. This here on the screen here, this is what I put when I said it just didn't age well. This is pretty much just a few weeks ago when they said all Voyager products and services are fully operational and remain unaffected by current market conditions, including trading, rewards, deposits, and withdrawals. We take risk management very seriously and are safeguarding customer assets as our number one priority. And then if you look at today, you said Voyagers today, we made the difficult decision to temporarily suspend trading deposits, withdrawals, and loyalty rewards. And you can pretty much read the thread here if you want. This is on my page, actually. It says, we have taken steps to avoid this outcome, including securing a credit facility from Almeida and lowering daily withdrawal limits. But the failure of a borrower, Three Arrows Capital, to repay a substantial loan from us makes this the right path forward. If you watch my initial video, one of the signs that they don't have the money or the capital or the assets is when they lower the withdrawal limits. Lowering with the withdrawal limits means that they cannot produce. And this is where that leverage comes in. This is what I've been telling you. They have spent your money. They have spent the crypto. They have loaned it out, the money, the cash, whatever assets they have, and they are waiting on somebody else to pay them so they can pay you. But as far as for the assets that are in that actual company or that's actually inside of their control, it's all gone. And this is the issue here that you have to kind of deal with when you have your coins on the exchanges. For those of you who are able to move your coins around now, if I were you, I would run to try and get your coins off of the exchanges. Because if you can't withdraw it or access it, regardless of what happens, whether they fix the macros or not, you're not going to have access to your capital, your crypto. So even if they came out tomorrow and announced a bailout or something crazy, for example, and crypto took off to the moon, you're basically screwed until they can access additional capital. This is not ideal. This is not the ideal circumstances for DeFi. This is not what it's supposed to be. What the exchanges have done, and this is what I've been talking about for the last 6 months or so, is they're going to continue to create a mini stock market or a mini version of the banking system that we already have. It's the only thing that they know how to do, which is a way for them to make profit off of you and kind of skim some off the top on transactions and then leverage your crypto to make money. It's the only system that they know how to work with. So they're going to recreate that every chance they get. When they say, oh, well, it's for capital and we're reassuring everyone's assets are safe and stuff like that. No, they're doing what's in the best interest for the company, not you. It was never about you. That's why your one coin is now 2 coins or possibly 3 coins and stuff like that. And they can't afford to give you your coins back because that's the only real asset that they have. Everything else is on paper. So now they have to lock up your crypto and stuff like that, and you can't have access to it. This is why we have not seen the true value of crypto, the true power of crypto, because it's been over leveraged so much, and not necessarily only on a positive end. We've seen the massive shorts that's going on here with like Dogecoin and stuff like that. These coins that they don't like, they will short into the ground. The coins that they do like, they will be extremely bullish on and over leverage that and shoot the price up. This can actually work on a two-way street. The same way you can have artificial orders and stuff like that kind of go negative against the coins, you can also have a bunch of BS when you go long on the coins. It's not too late for us to correct this and remove our coins from the exchanges, but you have to know that the damage that they have done has been historic. And on the other side of this, recession, on the other side of these situations and these exchanges doing this, the attention that they've got from the SEC, they've literally opened the door to have massive, massive regulation. We are going to see so much regulation on the other side of these problems. It's going to be ridiculous here. I do agree that we need some regulation, but I think they're going to come in and put up a whole lot of stuff here that's going to make the process a little bit more difficult for people and for crypto to kind of flow like it has. That's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. But with the way the exchanges are running their businesses, and if you take into account the rug pulls that's happening as well, the SEC and stuff like that, they're going to be really, really aggressive, especially with crypto's growing market cap. That 3.3 trillion last year got their attention. So you best believe that they're going to come in here swinging to try and get a piece of that action as well. Get yourself a cold storage, something completely off of the internet. Get it directly from the manufacturer. There's several out there. I use Ledger. I have a link in the description that you can get it directly from the manufacturer, because in addition to the scams and stuff that's going on with the brokerages, you also have scams and stuff going on with the cold wallets. And if you get something like off of the third-party site, it may already have malware on it. It may already be defective and stuff like that. You may lose access to your crypto. So don't take that chance. Get something directly from the manufacturer. Another way that you can make money as well and don't have to worry about your money getting lent out is Moomoo, because they don't do payment for order flow. So there's no lending your assets and stuff like that. You can open an account and get up to 10 free stocks, up to $2,500 just by opening an account. I have a link for them in the description section as well. I put who's next in the thumbnail because at the end of the day, yes, some of these exchanges are bigger than others, but they are all doing the same thing. They all make money the same way. So at some point, if the lending stops or if the lending kind of slows up and the transaction, the volume and stuff like that goes low, at some point they'll all be in this situation. Even some of the other ones, because you know that the cash heavy companies in times of recessions, they'll go out and they'll try and buy these other companies. So that's why you'll see things like, oh, we're going to buy a Robinhood, we're going to buy BlockFi, we're going to loan this company money, we're going to loan that company money, so that they can kind of absorb them and just become a monopoly. And this is something similar that we see in the stock market as well. You will have like 2 or 3 companies who are the market makers, and they process like 80% of all the orders that come onto the stock market. This is what they're trying to build here in crypto as well. They want to have maybe 2 companies that handle all of the crypto purchases. And if we're not careful, that's the kind of situation that we're going to be in, which is again going to create a mirror image of the stock market. So do us all a favor, do yourself a favor, and move your coins from the exchange now. I hope this video finds you well. Subscribe to the channel for more from me. Like the video, and I'll see you next time.